Well, very nice. Good morning to everyone here today and welcome to the auction of 12 Will Street here in Forest Hill. My name's Hugh Francis, so we'll be your auctioneer here today and I'm proudly the director of Ray White Forest Hill. I'd like to introduce our marketing agents, Lewis Zanella and also Helen Gickus from our office, and it's been absolutely their pleasure to present this property over the last 4 weeks. I'd also like to thank our vendors for allowing us to market the property. It's been a wonderful experience for us, a beautiful property. Obviously, anyone that has come through the property and seen it, you'll no doubt notice that there's been a lot of loving care that's been put into the renovation here. And for those of you that may have been here a decade ago, when it was in its previous form, if you like, you'll notice that everything that has been done here, absolute quality, from the tiling on the roof, right the way through to the rear extension, the windows that have been put in, the doors, floorboards, the kitchen, everything absolutely been done to the vendor's taste and with high quality, knowing that the next person to live here will enjoy this home as much as they have over the last few years. We wish you all the best of luck for your bidding today. It's fair to say that today is slightly a bit of a sad day for the owners. They've absolutely dearly loved this property, but no longer does it suit their needs absolutely perfectly. Therefore, the door has opened up for one of you lucky people in the crowd today to soon call 12 Will Street your potential home. Ladies and gentlemen, the auction today will take 3 parts. The first, the reading of the contracts. The second, a brief description of the property. And the third and final part, the fun part, where I hand it over to you for your competitive bidding. We wish you all the best of luck today when I do send it over your way. Ladies and gentlemen, the vendor's estate agent is Ray White Forest Hill, located at 27 to 29 Marnie's Road here in Forest Hill. We are selling for and on behalf of our vendors the property described in the Section 32 and in the Certificate of Title, Volume 8403, being Folio 873 on Lot 5, Plan of Subdivision 40235, better known to you and I as 12 Will Street here in Forest Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, we are selling today by public auction, whereby 10% of the purchase price will be required upon signing of the contracts and the remainder of money due and payable at settlement, which I have been instructed is fairly flexible. Today's terms we're calling out for is 60 to 120 days, so 2 to 4 months. But if you do desire to have it slightly longer, I believe that we would be able to come to some sort of agreement after that. But for today's auction, unless you have made prior arrangements, 60 to 120 days will be the terms that you're bidding under. If you are the successful buyer today, we simply ask that you'll follow us inside into the dining table, where we will complete 3 contracts. I'll then take a deposit and we'll have you on your way very swiftly after that, no doubt with a big smile on your face. Ladies and gentlemen, the auction today will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that have been made available for inspection prior to the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers on the property once it's been knocked down to the successful bidder. If I announce the property on the market, I'll call it 3 times, and then once the contract hits my palm, the property will then be legally deemed sold and I won't be able to take any further bids from that point. The vendors do have a reserve price. I will indicate bidders upon request to make sure that you do know who is holding the highest bid at any given time. Our vendors do have a reserve price. The vendor bids are allowed, and the only person that can make a vendor bid during the auction will be myself as the auctioneer. The law does prohibit false bids, major disruptions by bidders, and bidders from attempting other bidders from bidding, and provides fines for this conduct. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any questions before we move on forward regarding the contract or the property in its entirety? Fantastic, I shouldn't think so. A very straightforward contract that we've had, obviously, the last 4 weeks to read over and make sure that you're okay with all of it that is contained in the documentation, and an excellent property that's here on offer today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to walk you through the home. The property here today offers something for each and every one of you. A fantastic first home, and even better second home if you've got maybe the children or the additional family members to fill those rooms. A wonderful investment property as well. Here we stand on 785 square metres, not a thing to do. Wonderful rental yield over many years to come. I have absolutely no doubt today that the wonderful buyer that finally purchases this property today is going to have no regrets, and in 10 years time when we may sell it for you again, I have no doubt again that you're going to make a lot of money. If you live in Forest Hill or you live in the outskirts and surrounds, this is certainly one of the highest held pockets in the suburb. We've got great train stations and bus stops and all the public transport you need, plus primary schools, secondary schools, and all of the shops at your fingertips or a short walk away. Ladies and gentlemen, the property here today, 12 Will Street, 785 square metres, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, that large carport there at the front. You're not only buying into the bricks and mortar behind me, but also the relationships that you're going to make with those wonderful neighbours that are here today that have come out to support their fellow neighbour in a successful sale here today. I wish each and every one of you all the very best with your bidding today. The way in which we'll be accepting your bids will be if you call them out or raise your hand. I wish each and every one of you good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me. What do we say we get things started here at Will Street? I'm in your hands. Start me wherever you like. Wherever you like, ladies and gentlemen, really not fussed where we start today's auction off. No doubt we think north of $1 million is a reasonable start, and I'm happy to start off nice and easy, maybe around 1.1. Raise your hand or call out your bid if you'd like to participate there at 1.1. I can start things off with a vendor bid, but I'd much rather see one of you lucky people get things started. What do we think, folks? Makes perfect sense. Screams great value. Can we get things started at 1.1? 1.1 if we can. Happy to start things off. All I need is a nod or call out your bid at 1,100,000. No doubt no one expected to buy for 1.1 today, well south of our quote price, but I'm happy to start it off and get things going. At 1,100,000. Well, then I'll start things off the vendor bid at 1.1, and let's go in 25s and the rise from here. At 1.1 we've gotten 1,125 if you like. At $1.1 million, got a bid to buy today. At 1,100,000, certainly makes sense, no doubt. At $1,100,000, another 25 to get you into play. 1,100,000 or even 115 if you like. At 1,100,000. First time at 1.1. 1,125 if you like. Get you in there and start. At 1,100,000. Second time at 1.1. Third, final time then, any interest over there, guys, at 1,100,000. Happy to get you in for 1,125. At 1,100,000. Absolute wonderful property, certainly makes sense. You couldn't buy an older home and renovate it to this degree and have that sort of cash in your pocket at 1,100,000. Let's go to 1,125 or knock it out to 115 if you like. At 1.1, final call. At 1.1 then, place the vendor bid at 1,125 and move along to 1,150 if you like. At 1,125 now, bidding with me against you lovely people. Let's get in there, let's help you buy today. I'm here to help you buy, but I need to see you bid. At 1,125,000, 1,150, come with me. When we get you started. Get you in there at 115, put you in the best spot to buy. Did I take you there to 115? 1,125,000. Obviously some interest in the crowd, some nervous people. That's okay, I'm not nervous. I'm here to help you buy. At 1,125,000, let's move it along to 1,150,000. First time at 1,125. Second call now, 1,125. Ladies and gentlemen, if we do hold things over or pass it in today, I've absolutely no doubt that with the interest in the crowd, we're going to see a rush of people that are going to come up and say, we'd like to make an offer. At this point in time, if it does pass in on a vendor bid, each and every one of you will be in an even playing field. If one of you does hold the highest bid, you will reserve the right to negotiate first, and 9 out of 10 times you'll purchase the home. At 1,125,000, second call, 1,125. A mere 1.15 will certainly get you in to buy. 1,125,000, third time. Welcome you for 115 at 1,125. 1,125,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I might just pop inside, seek some instructions, but I will certainly be back in just a moment. for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. My instructions are clear today. Obviously, our vendors are here to sell. Very willing sellers inside. All I need from you is a willing buyer, and I do hope we can piece a deal together for you. At 1,125,000, we call it 3 times. I'll introduce you. Love to see a buyer here at 1,125. Can I welcome you at 1.15? Put you in the best position to buy today at 1.15. Can we go ahead with that? At 1,125. Some of you have been through 2-3 times. Here's your opportunity to purchase today at 1,125,000. First call at 1,125. Second time now, 1,125. Welcome in for 115 if you like. If we do pass things in today, everyone will be on an even playing field. If you do have the highest bid when we pass the property in, you will reserve the right to negotiate first. So at 1,125,000, I call it for a third time at 1,125. Introduce you to 115. Move things along then at 1,125. Need to know Louis, can give me some instructions there at 115. At 115 then I'll place a vendor bid at 1,150,000. At 1,150,000 then with me, bidding with me, absolutely still south of the quote, so I have no doubt that the people in the crowd are interested to buy today. Wouldn't be astonished about this. At 1,150,000. First time at 115. Second call at 1,150,000. Third and final time, interest from here. This will create the conversations for negotiations after this at 1,150,000 for the third and final time. Can I introduce you in at 1,175? Lydia, come with me for 1,175. 1,103 is what I'm after. 1,150,000 bid with me against you. Even playing field, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to bid today to buy, we've got willing sellers here to do a deal at 1,150,000. 1,150,000 bid with me. Let's move it along to 1 1/3 at 1,150,000. Home selling in the area in excess of this certainly makes sense. Nowhere near as renovated as this. And the last thing I want to see is you go and buy a property in a month or two that you like half as much for more as the market potentially changes over Christmas at 1,150,000 bidding with me. First, second and third call at 1,150,000. We all done silent and finished at 115. Can I move it along to 117 at 1,150,000. Lewis, some instructions there at 115. Maybe a $20,000 bid from here at 115. 1,150,000. Ladies and gentlemen, difficult to call an auction without crowd participation at 115 now. Obviously some fairly interested parties in the crowd for whatever reason. Hands in pockets at 115. What's the big issue here? At 1,150,000, certainly an easy decision for me, absolutely no doubt. At 115, I'll pass things in if we don't see a bid. At 1.15, need to know now, any bid past this point will reserve you the right to negotiate first. At 1.15, conversations no doubt happening after this. At 1,150,000, ladies and gentlemen, I'm forced then to pass the property in at 1,150,000. I do know we've got some interested parties in the crowd today. If you've passed on your details to the team, we'll no doubt keep you up to date with the result. We hope to have a sold sticker on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, if you please put your hands together for the work the vendors have done here today at 12 Will Street. We do look forward to keeping you up to date with the result.